How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope you guys are all having a very fabulous day. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, hit that bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on my channel. Also, please head over to Twitch. Follow me there at Douglas447. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the movie 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi. As always, we'll be talking about positives and negatives and give you guys my final review score. And so let's dive right into it. First of all, this movie came out in 2016. It's about 2 hours and 24 minutes long. And honestly, guys, this is one of my top 20 war movies ever. And I know this isn't like technically a war movie. Some people classify it as a war movie, an action movie. Me, I consider it a war movie because of the actions that take place in the film, which of course is based on real life. And the fact that a United States embassy was attacked, to me that's an act of war. So that is why I classify this film as a war movie, because a part of a nation attacked Americans on American soil and a United States embassy. Now, you guys are more than welcome to agree or disagree with me on that fact as to if this is considered a war movie, but that is why I call this film a war type of film. John Krasinski, I think is how you say his last name. Sorry if I'm butchering it, but he's the actor that plays Jack Ryan currently in the TV show on Amazon Prime. Does an amazing job, and so is the actor James Dale. This is really a really good movie. It's filled with a lot of dark moments mixed in with some really good jokes. So you'll actually end up laughing through this movie, even though there is a lot of horrifying things taking place as well. And like I said, this is based on the real life events that took place in Benghazi. And it also does a really surprising well job towards the beginning and end of the movie, mixing in a little bit of real life footage. The first 3 minutes of this film explains everything, sets up everything, sets up all the major events perfectly. It also shows you that the political drama that can go between politicians in America and the heads of state and, presidents or whatever of other nations, how that can influence and affect how soldiers are able to operate in certain places. So this film shows a lot of political drama, which unfortunately does lead to soldiers getting killed in combat. Spectacular camera work, and the soundtrack is really amazing, especially for the fact that this is a Michael Bay movie. I was really concerned about the fact that Michael Bay directed this film, and I'm just like, well, it's going to be good for the action, but how's the soundtrack? How's the camera work? How is the plot, for the fact that it's based on real life, is that going to be twisted in any way? And honestly, there's a little drama, but I think it does a faithful adaptation of what really took place. It's an interesting war movie, like I've already said, that mixes politics and action into a masterpiece with multiple themes that all audience members can find something to enjoy. It shows greatly also how weak America was in their defenses because of the lack of funding from Uncle Sam. This film continuously has nail-biting action, and it shows you the constant fear of, you may be attacked at any time. You never know what's coming. You don't know if you're working with the Libyan government or you're working with radicals or ISIS is right next to you. You have no idea. Also, the attack on the embassy starts within the first 40 minutes of the movie. This movie's about 2.5 hours long. And I was really concerned, like, okay, this is a 2.5 hour movie. How much of the actual attacking and having to protect, the embassy and the CIA outpost, how much of that they're going to show? And surprisingly, they show a lot. There's not much dialogue in this movie. It really tries to focus on the action, which I loved. The gun sounds also is really cool, and I encourage you guys to at least watch this movie once in your life. I enjoy watching this movie for the historical value. This film also gives a brief background of each of the soldiers or operators in this film as well, and it has an emotional ending that honestly, I'm 26 at the time I'm re-recording this video. This film has a very emotional ending that will make you cry, and I didn't think I could get that from a Benghazi war movie, but this movie succeeds in that department. Um, it's an emotional ending. Yeah. Just watch the movie so you can get to the ending, and it's very impactful. It does. This movie doesn't hide the it doesn't hide the horrors of war. This movie I know I'm crying over a movie, but how they showed it over there, guys, it really makes your head spin. It really gets you to think. The cost of freedom is high. For negatives, this movie is rated R for an overabundance of unnecessary language. I mean, I understand this is a war movie, but there does come a point where it's like, okay, they just added it in there because they could get away with it because it is rated R. If politics were not involved and politicians did not ignore the ambassador's warnings of the weak defenses of the United States Embassy, um, I'm sure a lot more people would have lived. Like, I mean, you don't put an American ambassador in a foreign country and don't have proper protection. Like, there's no Marines, there's no proper security walls or fences. There's not like a safe room, really. I mean, the safe room that he had was basically a bedroom. That's not a safe room. It was not a protected area for the ambassador to be at. Also, I think it was stupid that it took so long for the United States and her allies to aid in trying to save the ambassador or try to help rescue the CIA outpost from being under attack. Why was it 40 or whatever minutes long to get a jet or anything in the area? That was just ridiculous. This movie, just the political heads and the military leaders constantly were trying to do things so by the book that it led to a lot of people dying because of the lack of proper leadership skills. And this movie shows that, and it's negative in the fact of what actually took place. Lastly, this movie does have some pacing issues. Like, it constantly switches from action to dialogue to action, especially towards the end of the movie. It does this like 4 or 5 times. I'm just like, can you stick to either it being gunfight and whatnot? I mean, if that's what really did happen, okay, but it was like you could have changed that just a tad bit and made it more interesting for this being a movie. So, just a little pet peeve of mine. Honestly, guys, 13 Hours from 2016 is an amazing movie. I can't stress how important it is for you guys to watch this film at least once in your lifetime, because it will definitely leave an impact on you. It's going to be a movie that you will remember forever. And Michael Bay and the rest of the people that worked on this film did a fantastic job at showing you what took place over there the best way a movie possibly can. With that, guys, I'm giving 1300 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi, a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys all have an amazing day. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream.